we've been working with the California Democratic Party for 3 years now, trying to get them to build peacebuilding into resolutions, into the party platform, and to endorse Congresswoman Barbara Lee's U.S. Department of Peacebuilding Act, which would create a cabinet-level U.S. Department of Peace.
The Institute of Economics and Peace put out a report, and in it states that $2.16 trillion a year is being spent on the cost of violence containment. So I think, we really need to look at doing something different here. I know people think we don't need another department. Well, if everything was really working okay, I mean, if you look what's going on with kids shooting kids, every day there's a Trayvon Martin going on. And I think the community is speaking a very loud voice at this point, that they have really had enough of it and they want to do something different.
The majority of what is happening in the United States and internationally is violence. And violence is causing this to happen. And as she says in the document that is before you, it is past time to establish a Department of Peace building to reduce the suffering on a national and global scale while saving billions of dollars through violence reduction and increased economic productivity. She's going before the members of Congress and she's getting all the support she can possibly get. She needs and she would love to have her Democratic Party behind her. So I truly ask you to reconsider and support. Thank you.
We found out that in our schools, that we are not supplying our children with the tools to combat hate. We found out that bullying has the same elements of a hate crime, but yet in our schools it goes unattended. We need to start with a process that gives communities the resources to be able to battle these things, to make sure that our children know that they have choices, that they can choose not to be a bully, that they can choose not to hate. Honorable members of the committee, I again ask you to change your vote from opposed to support. Thank you.
For those of you who are not sure what peace building is, it's a verb, it's action, and it's solutions. And so for domestic violence, we would fund existing and best practice programs. For gang violence, we would have things like after-school mentoring programs that are proven to keep kids in school instead of that pipeline from school to prison that's happening now. We never heard of that when I was a kid, but now we hear about it all the time. We really need you to reconsider this bill now and stand up as leaders, because these problems aren't going to go away tomorrow or the next day.
Colleagues, I would like to move to support H.R. 808. There are 43 city and other government councils who have endorsed this, numerous organizations including Amnesty International, Global AIDS Alliance, the National Organization for Women, chapter of the NAACP. This is really important, particularly given where we are in our history in this country. How many children need to die, like Trayvon Martin, given stand your ground laws. We have received this call again and again and again for this party to take a position here. I think we need to get behind Barbara Lee, and I hope that you'll join me.
Second.
And I'd move to support.
There's a motion and a second. Discussion.
I keep saying it can't get any worse, and yet it gets worse and worse. We have got to stand for this.
I really have been on the fence about this one, but I have to say that the testimony that we heard before, especially from Congresswoman Lee's office, was very persuasive, and that really meant a lot to me.
But we need to make a statement that this needs to happen.
Yes.
The time is now, and yes, you'll have great understanding and discussion from that, which is 85% we're talking about this, but I also like to take up what is happening, the 15%, what is happening international, and how this country is perceived after the wars,
That's
after
right.
the one, after the other, that is continuing. Yes, it may never pass, but we need to continue to make that statement that we need the Office of Peace now.
Yes.
Yes, I just wanted to say that I support the bill, And I also think that not working for, but being on the board of Genesee Domestic Violence Center, I know how much cut has happened to that organization and organizations like it. And I think that this type of bill would address some of those issues as well. So I definitely support the bill.
Other comments? Yes.
Let me say at the beginning that to me this is the most important bill on the list. The purpose is to announce to our California Democratic delegation that this is of utmost importance. That's right. From the California Democratic Party.
I know in the current Congress there's a 1% chance that this will get through. Is that a reason for us to take no position on it?
That's right.
I don't think so. We are the California Democratic Party, and I believe there is room for a few of our 25 bills for us to truly make a statement in accordance with the California Democratic Party platform and resolutions. This bill was written before Trayvon Martin. It was written before some of the massacres and tragedies that we have seen in the last few months. Just reminds us that the time is now for us to take a position on this. And I want to thank those of you who have come before this committee extensively to testify. I believe what you're looking for us to do today is take a motion in sunshine. We've discussed this extensively in subcommittees over the past 3 years. This is the time for us to do an up or down vote, and I'm going to call the question.
I think we need to keep talking about it. So all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Voted to support it. All opposed? The motion carries.
I would ask for a motion to approve. Second. All in favor? Adios.
The General Assembly finally endorsed H.R. 808, the U.S. Department of Peacebuilding Act of 2013. Yes! Stand up for peace and get involved at thepeacealliance.org.